Welcome to Inside the Athletic Club, where my co-founder Eric Woerner and I'm Fran Harris, talk about business, life, family, and what it takes to grow a multi-billion-dollar startup. Have a listen.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
one. A company you admire. We love business. We love people. And I am so inspired by companies who not only do well in business, but do good when it comes to humanity.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about companies we admire.
So you want me to go first on this one or yeah. So okay, so a couple things. So first let me start with kind of a sports analogies as I roll into this, right? So I love greatness. I don't care what sport or business that you're in. If you're great at it, I love to observe it, right?
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
just watching greatness, whether it be Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, Mike Trout, Babe Ruth, whatever
Oh,
era,
golf.
all
Yeah.
or yeah, Tiger Wood. I mean, just if he like Tiger has really struggled, right? But when he's on the court, or I'm sorry, on the golf
Mhm.
course, I'm watching, period, right? Because I love to watch greatness, right?
Yeah.
And so there are a ton of businesses out there that, in my mind, are just great because of their process, because of their very specific architected intentions of culture. And one of our other episodes, they're in a people business, right? And they
Mhm.
get it, in my opinion, more than anybody else. And that is Chick-fil-A. Okay. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you go
Mhm.
buy the book. How did you do it? Truett, right? So Truett, I think his name's Truett Cathy. He was the
Yeah.
guy that started, he's the CEO, but he started, I mean, Chick-fil-A was one shop, mom and pop, and they sold chicken breasts, fried chicken breasts, right? But to see him grow, right? To see him walk him through that, because he knew he was in the people business, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people think, well, Chick-fil-A is, they sell chicken. No, no, they're in the people business, and a byproduct of being in the people business and how they connect with people is by selling chicken, right?
Yeah.
So I can't tell people enough. They're like, what does hospitality look like, right? There, and you and I talk about that all the time. Love, serve, do better. That's what hospitality is, right? And I cannot think of a better way than to describe it than Chick-fil-A, right? Like you go to the drive-through and there's what 45 cars in the drive-through every time. Doesn't matter what time of day, except on Sunday because they don't work, right? But they get through it quickly. And they have an army of people out there. They redesign their drive-throughs, right? And they end every single conversation with thank you. It was my pleasure to serve you, right?
Yeah.
Love, serve, do
Do
better,
better.
right?
Mhm.
And so, man, their growth and their success over the, last 15, 20 years is not a surprise
Not
at
at all.
all. At
Yeah.
all. It is architected and intended. And when you take care of people and you try to make their day better, right? You grow,
Yeah.
and so I don't know. Go get the book. It's called How Did You Do It? Truett. And I'm telling you, it's an easy read. You could probably read it in one day, and it'll change your thought process on how they take care of people. It's great.
I love Chick-fil-A. First of all, I love Chick-fil-A's food, but I'm amazed by their service and how it doesn't waver no matter which location you go to, right? So we always talk about, but you go to the McDonald's over on so and so, if you go to the blah 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 blah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
like Chick-fil-A, it is the same standard no
Mhm.
matter where you go. So I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
My,
So hey, hold on to add to that, right?
sure,
Like they they also hire the same people that McDonald's hires and everybody else,
exactly, exactly.
right? So it's not like they just find these diamonds in the rough. No, their culture is designed,
It
right?
is.
They grow
Yep.
people, right? And that's what I admire about you, right? You've grown me so much because it's just the way it works, right?
It
Like it's
works.
culture. It's culture.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I love Chick-fil-A a lot. All right, so mine is a relatively local company
Mhm.
that many of you, regardless of where you live in the world or the country, you know the Dallas Mavericks. And the reason I love the Dallas Mavericks is because the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban, is a no nonsense good guy. Actually, good guy. So um, he did something a few years ago, 2018, that really told me how good of a guy he was. And that was he went looking for a new CEO. He went looking for a new CEO because their culture was crap. Just I mean that's out of Mark's mouth. Their culture was crap. They did not treat people well at all. So they found this woman named Cent Marshall, and Cent Marshall is an African American woman who had worked in a similar capacity, CEO at AT&T and some other places, and knew nothing about basketball. Didn't even know who Mark Cuban was. And he came and got her and said, I've heard great things about the way you love people. And I've heard great things about the way you lead. Please come and help the Mavs because our culture is crappy. And so Cent did that. And one of the first things she did was she talked to every single employee in the Mavs organization. Because people first. That's it. Because people first. So I admire Mark because Mark's a billionaire, and Mark could have done what a lot of wealthy business owners do, which is, hey, I'm getting my return on my investment. I'm getting my whatever. Y'all deal with all. He could have easily just let the Mavs go as they always go and whatever. But he was committed to changing the culture, and it starts with the highest ranking executive in your company, who's Cent Marshall, who is not a typical CEO from the perspective of most people outside. She's not a white guy. We're doing more of the same thing, hiring white guys to lead these companies. Now their workforce is at least 50% women, which was a huge change in the Mavs organization, and at least 50% people who are not white guys. So it's minority, people of color, whatever word you want to use. It's a diverse, it reflects the world. And they did that in less than 4 years. And now business is booming. The Mavs are doing better. Everything is better because leadership and attention to people got better in the Mavs organization. So I really admire that. I always admire people who see something's not working and go, and they can easily say, well, we're going to keep doing what we always do because it's working. We're making billions, whatever. Who see something that's not working, they understand why they've been put on this planet, and that is to lift and to elevate people. And they go do something about it. And Cent's new book, which is what I'm listening to on Audible, it's called Chosen. That's all I got to say. I'm going to drop the mic on that. Chosen.
If you enjoyed this episode of Inside the Athletic Club, be sure to like, share, and comment. And don't forget to turn on notifications so that you don't miss future episodes. Until next time, love, serve, do better. We'll see you.